Hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well today. So I was not planning on filming anything today or making anything today, but I got the sudden urge to make soap. So here we are. So today's soap is going to be a special request by a special someone. I call it my manly man soap. It smells like the best cologne you can imagine. It's amazing. Let's get to work. First and foremost, hair safety gear. Let's go. We're going to use activated charcoal to make it black. We're also going to be using a little organic cacao powder. Yes, it's pronounced cacao. It's essentially cocoa powder, but it's not sweetened. It's just the organic, clean, pure version of it, as well as some bentonite clay. So I have both of them in here. We're also going to use brambleberries, galactic skies, and also brambleberries, shave and a haircut. All right. In addition to that, we're going to be using our essential oil. So I have coffee essential oil, tea tree essential oil in here. And I also have a little bit of neroli essential oil. All right, enough talking. Let's get to work. So one thing that I noticed in my videos ever since I've been filming myself doing this is that I tend to blend a bit too much. And that's why I almost always end up with the problem of acceleration. So I'm going to try my absolute best not to overblend today. I'm gonna do more manual mixing and just use the blender as little as I possibly can. And let's see if that helps. Everything seems to be pretty well mixed, so let's pulse a couple of times. Burp the blender, always. All right, we're good, guys. I'm gonna stop blending now. I think I actually resisted the urge to overblend this time. Hopefully, let's see. I like the consistency. I'm absolutely good with it. I still don't see any trace, which is great. We're right before light trace. What we're gonna do right now is we're going to add our dry ingredients. This is kind of the scary moment. I hope things don't seize up on us. So first we have the bentonite clay and we have the cacao powder. We also have, the mess maker, activated charcoal. It sounds so serious, doesn't it? I'm going to hand mix it as much as I possibly can at first. It's going to be difficult to incorporate this because it's powdery, but it's okay. Let's try our best at first and then we will run through it with the stick blender. Clean off our spatula. Now we're gonna split this guy into two separate batches. Before I do that, let me just run this through for a split second. Just for a moment. Burp the blender. All right. Good enough for me. Carefully. So we're gonna scrape out our container. Waste not. Now, I'm going to pour an even amount from each one of these containers into a third container, and we're going to make that one a bit lighter. All right, so we have 2 of these and 1 this guy. So to lighten this third batch of ours, we're going to put some wet mica. So now we're going to add the fragrance oils and then we're going to pour. All right, so this is our essential oil mixture. I don't know why I have them all separate, but it's okay. So let's mix this up with something sweet to make sure we get even amounts of each wonderful essential oil mixtures. And what I want to do actually is incorporate these with the fragrance oils. So we do half in here. The other half in here. Alright, scoop. So I'm not going to add any fragrance oil in this one because that's just going to be the swirl that's going to go inside. So we're going to go ahead and add our fragrance oil and essential oil mixtures in here. That's our shave and a haircut plus our essential oils. And this is the wonderful galactic skies plus essential oils. Again, let's try to mix this by hand as much as possible. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and use our stick blender for just a few seconds just to make sure everything is nice and incorporated. Whichever one I stick blend, I'm going to immediately pour to avoid any sort of acceleration. So we're going to go ahead and pour this now. Cross your fingers. Make a bit of a mess. It's okay. Don't clean up. Alright, so we got this one poured in. Now we're going to take this guy and hopefully create some sort of a design. I'm going to pour it from as high up as I can. Nope. You heard that, I'm sure. Hope everyone's okay upstairs. Alright. So we're good here. I am going to texture the tops of these soaps. I'm just going to let them set a little bit before I do so. So before we pour this other one, I'm very quickly going to tap these on the floor just to make sure there's no bubbles in them, or at least to minimize the number of bubbles in them. I have to do this on the floor, so excuse me. Alright, we're good. I saw some bubbles come up, that's good news. I'm going to leave those down there. Ooh, I have a mess to clean after. And we're going to go ahead and pour this guy. So this, I need to run the blender through really, really quickly because it's thickening up, and then we pour it. All right, let's go. Okay. Clean up the blender quickly. That's perfect. hopefully we're able to do something with this. I don't know how much we will, but I'm hoping we can hope, right? So we got 6 loaves. 3, I don't remember which one has galactics, guys, and which one is shave and a haircut. But 3 of them have one and 3 of them have the other, and this place smells amazing in combination of the 2. So, now that we got everything poured, it's safe to take my shield off. Put this away. And I'm going to try to do a bit of a swirl. And keep my swirl tool. This gigantic thing, I've never used it, so let's try it. So we tapped everything down. Hopefully got as many bubbles out as we possibly could. Let's get texturing. All right. So today I'm using very simple, non-traditional soaping utensils. One of them is a simple plastic fork, and the other one is a cake frosting knife. I've used this before. They're very, very useful. So let's start with this guy since it is setting a bit. So let's finish this up before the other one. So we're going to build sort of a ramp onto which we're going to put these amazing, cute little embeds that I made. So for these, I'm going to use this tool to create little grooves. And unlike these where we're pushing the batter off to one side, we're going to be pushing it towards the middle from both sides. If you see some bubbles on top of the soap, you can just go ahead and pop them with either a little toothpick or whatever it is that you're working with to texture it. So we have embeds made out of clear melt and pour base, and these are Manly Man themed. So we have little wrenches. We have little wrenches, we have little drills, we have hammers. We are officially good to go. So, as always, last step, spritz everything with alcohol. Just to make sure we don't get soda ash on this pretty black. Okay. There we go, guys. These are our 2 technically separate batches that we made today from the same batter. And as always, I have to put these guys aside for closer to 24 to 48 hours versus more, as we do with the slag mold. And once it's time to cut them, we will be back. And we can take a look on the inside of these beautiful soaps and see if we're able to get some swirls going. I can't wait to cut them. Alright guys, thank you for joining me today for another fun-filled video of soap making. And I'll see you guys when it's time to cut these guys. Bye! everyone, welcome back to Mother Nature's Organics. I hope you got some time because we have a lot to do today. It has been 48 hours since we made our men's manly men soap. I love saying that. Alright, so here we go. I actually unmolded it already. If you remember, we had two different scents for these men's manly men soaps. Okay, I'll stop now. So we had the Galactic Skies and we had the Shave and a Haircut, both from Brambleberry, and they still smell amazing. I got a little impatient and I cut one of each loaf before this video because I really wanted to see what it looked like on the inside. I was really curious what that gray swirl would look like on the inside. I'm not going to ruin the surprise for you. I'll just say it is not very gray. Alright, let's cut it. Here's our multi-bar 1-inch cutter. So we're going to take this guy and put him upright because we do not have any botanicals or anything that could tug and make little tunnels in our bars as we're cutting them. All right, moment of truth. Well, for you guys, I already spoiled it for myself. There we go. And look at that. It is this weirdly reddish gray swirl in the middle. It just looks really interesting. I love it. I absolutely love it. It looks really, really cool, you guys. It is not gray, but it kind of makes me think of dragons. I have no idea why, don't ask. It just really makes me think of dragons, which I guess is a good thing when we're talking about men's soap. Alright, here's our end pieces. Beautiful. Every single piece is unique. The swirl is different in every single bar. Look at that. This one goes all the way to the bottom too. So that is the end of our men's manly men soap cutting. And the next thing that we're going to be doing today, and I hope you guys will join us on that video as well, is making a cool tropical soap. So I'm not going to tell you what, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!